Good evening. John Augustin here. Wet, windy day, and I can hear it when it's very windy. The chimney. Now I have it kind of blocked off, sort of thing, but you can hear it whistling, and it makes a bit of noise. You might hear it as I'm doing my little item for Blessed Alexanderina. There she is, lovely little saint. Windy today. It was out and it was raining. Had my hat on. I was held on to it in case it blew off. You know yourself. I believe it was all right in Dublin because this chap, and apparently he had a faith, a Catholic faith, because he was, of course, he was baptized. His mother was a very holy lady in London. They were Irish, so he was brought up and christened and baptized, and made his first Holy Communion confirmation. So he practiced his Catholic faith, and didn't go to confession that much because he felt he didn't do nothing wrong. But I mean, we all do things wrong. But anyways, he said that, and the singing priest, the tenors, they did something with him, and they said he definitely had a strong Catholic faith. It's not generally understood that he had that, but he had. It's a great stabilizer, even though he was. Uh, anyway, we'll be doing something about him in due course, but I just mentioned there was a big ceremony in along Western Row and up towards Lincoln Place, and there was hundreds or maybe thousands at it, and the Artane Boys band. That it was a marvelous experience. My friend Oliver did some filming at it, which we have up on YouTube on the Christian TV Ireland website. But we have our videos, and we'll be doing more about it. We'll be doing a special one in the next few days, and I'll be giving what we know and what I have read and so on and so forth, and what I witnessed. So I would have heard him somewhere along the line. I heard the Dubliners. I think there wasn't one that I didn't hear. I heard the Clancy brothers. Yeah, and then I heard James Last. He was a very popular one time there, and I'd like to hear uh, Andre Ruiz. Ruiz, I think. He's from where is it? He's from Holland, but he's a Catholic. They were altar boys. That's his brother. He's on the band, so he'd be coming to Dublin, and COVID upset everything, didn't it? I'd like to be hearing him whenever he comes. Okay, we'll talk about Alexandria. I always like to share a bit of news. That's what we used to do years ago. Somebody called in, and they would have news. Then we'd have news as well. And it was all about what was going on here, there, and yonder. We might have had relatives in the United States. And sometimes they sent me a good friend there. His relatives, but a good friend. We were good pals. He was in Cleveland, Ohio. He sent me pictures and letters, but he sent me one. He had his car. We were looking to have a bicycle, and not a 3-speed lad. He just had an ordinary bicycle with a lamp, nothing fancy. But he was in a car, a big one, not a small little lad like what we had here at the time. Joe McHugh was a grand lad, good pal. Now we go on to Alexandria. I digress. This is the trouble, isn't it? Yap, yap, yap. What's the news? What's the news? Oh, my bowels chandelier. Now, Alexandria didn't tell Father Pino. That was the lad that was her spiritual advisor. Straight away about the mystical experience that she was undergoing but her reticence with him caused her concern. She believed that if she revealed these experiences, he would stop being her spiritual director. And she was young, wasn't she? We have to bring them along as best we can, don't we? Don't rush them. Pass it on at the same time. This problem was eventually resolved during ecstasy when our Lord said to her, or told her, obey your spiritual father in everything. You have not chosen him. It was I who sent him to you. You see, this is what our Lord does. We often have experiences and we don't know what to make of them, but when we, in hindsight, then we realise that they were there for a purpose. Whatever happens, our Lord is permitting it, and it'll do us good if we look at it in the right way. So no matter what comes your way, accept it, and you won't be disappointed because our Lord will be sending you something, but He has a reason for everything. Yeah, and He could send you problems, and yeah, and he'll that'll sort of you accept it. Now, around this time, a problem occurred which caused Alexandria further suffering. This new trial came about as a result of the generosity of Alexandria's mother, Maria Anna, who had given away much to help her poorer neighbours and had also mortgaged the house to raise money to help one of her brothers. The brother was unable to repay her, and there was a real possibility that the family could lose their home. Alexandria prayed fervently for a solution to this problem, crying out to our Lord, Jesus, assist us or we perish. Carry this petition afar to someone who can help us. Initially, a local woman took pity and helped the family to meet the mortgage repayments so they would not be made homeless. But this still left them with very little money for anything else. Alexandria said, the sole thought that gave me resignation and joy was that Jesus wanted us to live in poverty in order to be more like him. This dire situation continued for about 6 years. Eventually, through Father Pino, a benefactress from Lisbon, a senorita, a lovely woman, Fernando Santos. Yeah, Fernando. In Fernando's hideaway, Ole, um, yeah, generously donates a sum of money that ensured they would never have to sell the house or live in such poverty again. Yeah, Alexandria's prayer. Alexandria wept with relief and gratitude when she heard of this kindness and said, I did not know how to thank our Lord for so much grace. We leave it at that. Isn't that great news? It's great news, and it's just a question of being able to be living in your home. A lot of people can't afford to buy a house in this country. There's a lot of people like Alexandria afraid they're going to be out in the street. This government want to wake up and look what they do in France and other civilised countries. Don't be gawking at Britain, for goodness sake. The scoundrels. People should be able to buy homes without having to be up to their boxers in debt. They should be at a price the same as everything else is at a reasonable price, bar to put tax on everything. Mm, yeah, disgraceful. They don't respect people as far as I see. When the Christian TV gets going, we'll certainly be addressing these problems and talking to people, especially those people that are having difficulties and liable to be homeless. Sorry, they won't be neglected. Yeah, and we'll be looking for benefactors for them too. Um, Now we'll proceed with this one further about Blessed Alexanderina tomorrow. We won't overdo it. We did a bit more that time than usual. But it was good. They were able to be homeless. And a neighbour helped him, or an aunt or somebody helped him with the mortgage. But they were still in debt for 6 years. Jesus doesn't rush things. But Father Pinot, the spiritual advisor that Jesus said, you didn't choose him, I choose him. You see? Now, what do I do now? I'm going to sing a few hymns after this. Sit down in orderly fashion and prepare for a little entertainment. We've no orchestra or piano player. I might just put on a bit of music. Now it'll be spiritual music, it won't be singing. I can't have competition. Tenors can go for a walk. But on the road, now I'm going to proceed now. So sit back there and relax. Relaxez, as they say in France.